don't bother us to follow with each and every day. Hereafter, there will be any follow will not be there. We'll post the link. Make sure that you are completing the complete registration process as soon as this presentation is over. Okay? And best of luck. As of now, the scheduled online assessment. Okay, the slide changes in the online interview process, which they explain with you interaction. If you have any doubt, also you can clarify. The scheduled date is 29th of August, which already explained. Okay, so make sure that after this call, after this presentations and interactions, everyone need to register in the superset and need to apply for the job for the hexaware. Then only a complete online application process completed. Other students who have been applying in the superset will be getting superset ID. That is not completed. You have to apply the job for the hexaware. So if you any doubt, please raise your hand. Mic will come to your chair. You can interact with them. Okay. Please switch off or put your phones on silence. There will not be any interactions between among yourself. If you have, when the time comes, you can interact with the concerned persons. Okay. Thank you. You know my name, right? Dr. C. Balakshmi, Dean Placements of Dr. India Education Research Institute. He is the person who is taking care of this company. Mr. Sanjay. Okay. So further doubts also you can interact with him. Thank you.
Hello everyone, very good afternoon. Inna konja sattama. Second half of the session, ella lunch saaptingala. Ella white plus saaptingala. Thooka varudha. No. Okay. So great to start with the session. We'll just to see if you're not sleeping or awake. Let's start with some questions, right? So you're going to start with the next phase of your life, right? You'll have your higher education, college studies, everything was there, right? Now you're going to start the next step of your life where you're going to earn, joining a company, starting a job, earn, a lot more things will be coming up, okay? So the very first part is, of course, joining a company, right? You're going to start to earn, okay? What are your aspirations or thoughts or expectations about the company? Joining a company, at any one or two criteria that you thought, that should be there. It could be anything basic as well. There could be a limited location, or there could be a package, there could be a technology that you want to work in. Anything as such, you have any ideas? Sorry? Interactions. What do you mean interactions? Okay, you mean the transparency of interaction with the leaders and all that. Yeah, anything else? Anyway, so there are some things that should be certainly seen, okay, when it comes to choosing a company. So now we'll be talking in this session about, what you should about our business, our organization, how our process is going to be, about the training process, the hiring flow, how the assessments are going to be, and how we can help you to track those assessments. And after that, your career map with us, okay, and also the other things for you are going to do with us, okay. Are you ready for that? Let's make this an interactive session, okay? If you have any doubts, please stop us at any point of time, any time, please to ask us, okay? So, of course, again, we'll have right now a Q&A session on the certificate. Alright?
Someone volunteer support.
Next one. So, sir, on the online platform, is it audible for them?
Yes, they are audible.
Right. So, what is hexaware? Now, what are we doing? Hexaware is a global digital partner, okay? So we are working towards digital transformation at a great speed and scale. Okay? Everything we touch today is digital, right? It is completely digital layout. You name it, everything is digital. It will be your way of storing, your way of connections, everything is digital. So we are a global technology partner working towards all digital transformation at a great speed and scale. In simple terms, what does it mean? We're making the collaborations between human and machine even more easier. Anything you say. Okay? So what we do for that is, we have platforms like build, optimize, run, and transform, and all that means the products that we have like optimize, amaze, and that, which you will know deeply when you go inside our websites and study about it or read about it. Okay? So let's see more about the company now. Okay, we are a 34 years old company. Okay? And the revenue we have generated from the 34 years almost in 2023 is $1.3 billion. Okay? Is it audible, guys? Is it good for everyone? So the revenue we have created so far is $1.3 billion. The revenue we have created in this for last 3 years is create this $1.3 million to double this revenue. Our target is to double this revenue in a very short period of time. That is, we are targeting to double this revenue. Okay. Again, what does that mean for you is the business we are doing is rapidly increasing. A very small example for that is when everybody is firing, we are hiring. Okay? For example, about a lot of tractions is happening in the industry, right? A lot of tractions, decisions, people are getting laid off, so many things are happening, onboardings are getting. But still, our numbers are being very good at increasing on the numbers of higher end. So that is what this particular revenue and why we are trying to double it actually means for you as freshers. Okay? And that is something that you will actually have to see in this particular era. Okay? For joining a company, how is it doing well? I mean, it is something very important for you these days. Okay? And yeah, we have a workforce of 32,000 plus, employees with us. Okay? And we work across almost with 370 plus clients, in which 31 of them are Fortune 500 clients. Okay? So we have two things here, our vision and a purpose, right? So our vision, like just like anyone, for example, a Nike would do, just do it, it's the tagline. Any company would have a tagline, a vision, anything we call it. Our vision is to be the most loved digital transformation partner. As I told, our 370 plus customers, okay, we are the most loved digital partner for them, and most of them have been repeated customers to us. Okay, that is our vision. Along with the vision, you see something else also. What is that? We also have a purpose. Have you come across any company with a purpose? India Creativity Club. We have a purpose of our company, yeah?
We have a mission.
Everyone has a vision. Yeah, everyone has a vision. Vision. Yeah. Is there a purpose for anyone? Vision. That is my difference. It's how you name it, right? We included that. We also have a purpose, and that's very strong. You're going to see this everywhere you see around. The company. Most of us guys, we talk more about this in the company, in any other platform or forum as well. Okay? It's given so much importance. What is that? Can you read it with me? What is the purpose? That's right. So can you decode this with me? To create smiles, the great people and technology. Can you decode those three terms? What do you think, the great people are? Who do you think the great people are? Yeah, exactly. You, right? Very good. So you, which means the employees working with us, right? We already tell you that you're the greatest of people, and of course, innovations are going on relentlessly. We have the greatest of technologies. I think that is a must in this era, right? And also, we create smiles to who? Customers. That's right. The 370 plus or even more, right? That is why we have this purpose, and this is something this is not just said. When you join the company, you will understand how seniors, if anyone is working. If anyone call and ask the purpose, it is very much something that is insisted always. Okay? And our values. Everyone, our values are putting people first. Okay? Putting people first in everything. When you mean people, it is our people, the employees. Let it be, the working environment for them, the growth for them, the career opportunities. Okay? Everything make sure that they are comfortable and they are okay in what they are doing. And of course, creating customer value for any business, I think is very important. And all our 370 plus customers, most of them are repeated. So I think we are almost creating the best value with the customers as well. Innovate relentlessly, as I told you earlier, yes, that is a must. That is not even a question, right? Innovation is something, especially in a digital era, it's something that you should do. And sustainability. That is also something that we talk about more these days. Anyone. But I think you would have heard about sustainability in your environmental or energy uses and all that. But we take it to an extent in digital transformation as well, however much we can do it. Okay? And the last one is what? Come on in. So this particular phrase tells you the warm up, the welcome that we give to anyone who comes into us. Like let it be an employee, let it be the client, okay, whoever comes for us for anything. The warm up we create to them is what gives them the space to be more comfortable with us. That's very important. Okay? So those are the values we saw about hexaware. And this particular slide, I hope it's clear at the end as well. The world map, there are tiny dots and stars which tell us the global footprints of hexaware. Okay? Is it visible at the end? The map? Yeah? So there are quite some dots and stars. So this is the global footprint of hexaware. We work across the globe from 50 offices and almost 28 countries together. 9 nationalities and 125 languages spoken all together with the 32,000 plus workforce we have. Okay? In this, 33.5% of them are women. apart from women, recently we are also talking a lot about the DEI, which is not only about men and women, but also about including other genders as well. Okay, and all of these are working towards one common purpose. What is that? That's right. Creating inspires to great people and technology. So when you see here, there are many things, many dots in and around India and some in US and all that. So for you, related it will be in Siruseri. Okay? Siruseri is where our office is, and particular that is one of the biggest campuses as well, and that is where we have hexaware city too. Hexaware city is actually a university in university for hexaware kind of thing, where we should take care of all your learning and development. Okay? So your learning, trainings, everything is going to be from the hexaware city, which is why it is going to be in Siruseri for you, at least for the first 2 years. Right? As I said already, putting people first is actually our motto. Okay, one of the greatest values we take, and that's what we consider first. So this is one of our employees giving a testimonial about how she feels in working across hexaware, right? And there are some awards that's mentioned there. Okay, usually what happens, people receive awards for the technological developments, many other things, the financial good all. These are some awards that we have received for the HR purposes. Okay, right from World HRD conference and many things else for the HR excellence that we have been doing throughout with regard to the people that work for us. So I said we have around 370 plus customers, right? Our clients across all these industries that's mentioned there. Okay, let it be your banking, high tech manufacturing, all that is given there. Education, insurance, travel, hospitality, anything you name it. Most of them they are segregated within these 12 important service lines or industries. All right. So still now, we saw about hexaware's business, the organization, all that. Right from here, it is going to be more about the hiring process, the program of Segway, and what is it, how to track the process and all that. Okay, this is very important. Segway as a program, actually the term itself is called transforming from one state to another. Okay, this particular program will help you transform from a campus to corporate person, right? This program is actually designed by the industries, curated by the best professionals in the industry, giving you a holistic development of transforming you to a corporate person. That is the best part of this program. Okay, so the basic things, the key features of the program I would say is empowering the future talent, giving you a comprehensive pathway of learning that will help you transform from the campus to corporate person. Okay, the learning method we follow here is we follow both the methods like learning by yourself, learn anatomy, or also by instructor. Okay, which is of course there, right? Learning by yourself because you also should know. It is not every time someone is going to hold your hands and come through, right? Make sure you learn by yourself. You should know where to pitch in and study, and make sure you upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. That's very important. That too indirectly is of course guided, but still you make sure you do it on your own as well. And the second part, as usual, instructor-led training. Okay, so these two blended approach together, we think that would give you this comprehensive learning model, right? So as I said, the particular program consists of two phases. This Segway program. The very first phase will be foundation phase. Okay, and the second part will be competency or role based. Foundation phase consists of training given to you in soft skills, business English, and all that, plus the basics of programming. The second part, which is the role based, would be more about competency or the technology based, depending on the requirements of business and work perspective. Okay, this particular both of these trainings together, only as a training, will take you nowhere. So we of course would have many assessments, evaluation parameters to be done in the interim of this program, which will help us know where you stand, and also tell yourself where you stand. In case we feel that you're lagging somewhere, your school is this or something, we make sure that you fill that gap with the guidance we give you, right? So all we say is that we are ready to give you any technical support that is required, any technical knowledge that is required. But you should take that attitude towards, that one step towards of learning. Okay? We are not here to hire any experts and all that. If you are ready to learn, that is the attitude that we need. Continuous learning, in fact. That is the attitude that we need. So altogether, it is going to be a very beneficial program. And with Enjoy, we already signed a Segway last year. So I think this is the second batch we are going for this particular program of hiring. So the hiring usually, they will be through Segway or even the regular part. we hire in two different cohorts. Okay, the first one will be GET, the second one will be PGT. GET hiring and the PGT hiring differs among themselves by the package that is given. Okay, let it be the package, the training, amounts, the stipend that's given, everything differs here. GET is a 4 lakh package which has 6 months of training, 15,000 stipend. Okay, PGT would be 3 months training and 25,000 stipend. Okay, this is the difference. So through Segway, the difference is in a regular hiring, you actually go to this process, do the PGT, GET hiring, right? And then when you're onboarded, you start with the training. In the Segway process, initially, of course, the given pre-selection part would be done. Okay? And I mean, in the pre-selection part, you have the aptitude and technical assessment first, and then the GD and a HR. This would be done. Then you get the LOI, the letter of intent, for 4 lakh package. And you start already with the training that we mentioned earlier. The foundation phase will start. Once you are in the foundation phase, if your aptitude score is above a particular level, we will give you the opportunity to upgrade yourself. Okay? And if you are successfully completing the accreditation process, you will achieve the 6 lakh package, which is the PG. Right? To achieve the accreditation process, you'll have to go through the coding challenge. There also could be a technical interview, which is not in the slide, and then the executive council interview. Is that clear? First, you have the first 3 steps for the GED. You get the LOI, right, for GED, and the training starts here. Okay, and then once the training is going on, we will give you the opportunity to upgrade. If you are upgraded, for to upgrade, you will take the coding and the interviews that's mentioned there. And if you clear that too, you will become a 6 lakh. In case if you don't clear, you still have the 4 lakh. Okay. So in this model, the difference with the regular hiring is, for the regular hiring, only once they come inside, the training would start. Okay, but here, the training would start already once the pre-selection process is over. And the regular training, in the initial first step itself, they also have a technical interview. Okay, but here we don't have that. That's the difference between the regular hiring and the hiring through Segway. Okay, is that clear? So we see a term called Maverick here, because it's a digital Maverick and all, which Hari would be covering elaborately. Okay, so that is the term we use to refer you. Well, there will be many terms called Maverick that is being said. So Maverick is a term that is going to refer you, and he'll cover, elaborating on what that is. Okay. So as a company, though we start the process with the 4 lakh package, actually we would actually want most digital Mavericks, which is the 6 lakhers. Okay. So for which you will also consider your coding more for the clear that. Aptitude is the first one. Only if your score is above a particular level, you are going to come into the process itself. But still, make sure you do that. As a company also, we are looking forward to have more 6 lakhers or digital Mavericks. Right? So far, is it clear? Is it clear? Is the process clear for you? Okay. I think most of you are registered. I see almost 455 applications so far. Those are set at 600. So rest of you all please register. And this is the eligibility criteria. We already circulated it through the JD. Right? We take the streams, graduation year, the academic performance, no active backlogs, and no year gap more than 1 year. Education gap more than 1 year is not accepted. Okay? And yeah, as I said in the beginning, the usual problem which we see is, you all do register in Superset. Okay? Register in Superset is just opening or signing up for an account. After opening that account, you actually have to register or apply for the job. That is the second part. Right? Many of you would have missed it. Okay? Make sure you do it or just check it again. And the other problem is, even if you have filled it, many times you give the year of pass outs, many details wrongly. Other details wrongly here and there you can see what we could do. But here, if year of passing is wrong, if the percentage is below 60, I think if it's below 60, the system also will not take. But if the year of passing is not given right, will not be able to do anything. You will be not ineligible. Right? You still have time. At least today evening, please go and check if you have given all your details correctly. I don't think you have an option to edit, but still what you can do is maybe create an account with another number or another mail ID and do it. Right? And then too, while registering, make sure you use your personal mail IDs. Right? Of course, you can use your college mail IDs, no harm in that. But after a particular time, all your communications still you get onboarded might come to that particular mail ID. In case if you're out of your college, not sure how much you can access that. So make sure you use your college personal mail IDs for the registration purpose. Right? Is that clear? Any doubts so far? Okay. So till now we saw how you are going to register and all that. Now this is going to be even more crucial for you. Okay? How to clear the interview. Right? The very first test was what? Aptitude and technical. That's right. So some of these slides, of course, will circulate through your TV or placement office as well. Just make sure you listen to that. So the aptitude and technical. Aptitude will be for 60 minutes and 60 questions. And these are the sections that's given there. English, analytical, quantitative. Okay? 60 minutes, 60 questions now. Or question given around. Right. But I would really suggest you, for sure, you have train yourselves very well in aptitude, right? Placement usually would have given you, training in that. Make sure if you can, reduce the timing there and use that more timing to do your technical assessments. That will be really helpful. Okay. This is going to be anyway mostly in MCQ, so I think that you can save your time here. Okay. So these are the sections that will be, getting questions on. Technical assessments, again a pseudocode and computer fundamentals, some basic questions on computer fundamentals and pseudocode, some plain text which you can, solve easily. Whichever section you feel easier, first try to do. You can talk about this means in each section. Please try to do the easiest section first. Okay? Rather than spending time on something more complex, please make sure you do some, you take the easiest section first. Alright? So these slides will, don't worry, will of course, share with your placement officer as well, so easy for your preparation. All the topics that we are going to cover in the exam. Yeah? Ma'am, exam ku munnadi important questions solluvaangala? Sollanga. Questions solla? Topic mattum solluvom. Okay? Topic mattum solluvom. These are most of the topics that's going to be covered. These slides will be shared with you all. Okay? So make sure you widely, prepare in these topics. Alright? Ella question mudhula ellathiyume vandu important questions solreenga appadina mari irukadhu. But this is a very, I don't think any of the company is going to even this level, right? Why we are doing this is because this year our strategy of hiring itself is hiring from the neighborhood mode. We are concentrating more of hiring from Tamil Nadu. Of course in Chennai, why not? We don't want to miss any of them. And especially colleges which are already in Segway program is only given more priority. Right? So you want the best of the talent inside. So that is why we are making that effort to give the PPT session rather than being more of corporate overview and about business. We thought it should be useful for you. That's why we have included these slides here. The next one is how you have to prepare for your GD. So did you take any aptitude test earlier, mock interviews or mock GDs earlier? Did you have a chance to do anything? You did. So aptitude test for the company anything. So you have an idea about that. GDs any GDs? You have an idea about that? So that is what, as in a general pattern, a moderator would be there. We are planning a team of 10 to 12, most of 10 in a team, right? You will be, given a topic by the moderator. So some time to discuss your, make your points about the topic, and then we start with the discussion. Just a regular pattern. Topics here could be, mostly current affairs or general topics, of discussion. Okay. So what you should do here? So first, preparation. Understand the topics, formulate your ideas, and anticipate questions. You don't think, what any questions you have before starting the discussion, right? If you want to have any doubts, just ask that, prepare yourself well. And the evaluation criteria. What are going to be the evaluation criteria? Just think about that too. The parameters that you will be evaluated are generally in topic knowledge, interpersonal skills. Like, how much time you give others to talk, how much you talk, what is the lead you are taking, all those criteria. Communication, of course, and behavioral aspects like, other things as well. Okay? Do's and don'ts. Very important. Do's, of course, is listen actively to others as well. Very, very particular. Contribute meaningful communications. That is like just rather than giving 5-6 points which is of no use, if you say at least 1 or 2 lines, make sure you do it, to the point. Something very much more related. Okay, to the point that's given there. And of course, be respectful and maintain eye contact, summarize your points at the end. So there are times, scenarios in a GD when everyone would be talking a lot. You will not get an opportunity to talk as well. Right? Up and one thing. We don't get opportunity. Sorry? Oh, will you wait till raise your hand. Okay? Waiting is fine. It's actually a very good quality, rather than overlapping, for sure. But raise your hand if you have something to say. Or at the end, when people say, summarize your points, summarize it at least. Okay? Or if the moderator at times, he will be doing 1, 2, 3, many things back to back. So every time you will not ask everyone to summarize something. But if you have something, you can at the end, maybe, sir, I also have some points, or ma'am, I also have some points, I can tell it at the end as well. Okay? 1 or 2 points at least, make sure you're telling it, right way. Don't, of course, don't dominate the conversation. You like it or not, whatever it is, try to have a decent enough conversation. Okay? Don't interrupt others, argue, and don't show nervous. Of course, if it's not the first one, well and good. I don't think you're going to panic or not. Of course, most of you are going to be your friends. The same set could be there, so don't panic. So tips for getting scoring well here is be confident, focus on quality over quantity. So then 2-3 points are saying the best rather than saying 5-6 points of no use. Build on others' idea. At times in a topic, what you do is you don't have any idea, right? But still, just start with the high level of something. But you will get an idea, right? This is what they are talking about. Try to build from others' idea as well. Okay? Be open to different perspectives. That is what. Even if you don't like, just make sure you're talking something. Okay? From their perspective at least. Taking for lead from their idea. Right? And active listening. That is for sure required. Okay? Very sure required. When people are discussing, listening to others is a very good quality as well. This is not about only, accessing or evaluating your communication. How is it? It's going to be of many parameters. Even your leadership qualities could be judged from, a GD. This particular slide, I would say, would not only be useful only for our company. I think it is something that could be useful for anyone, for any other company too. Okay. These slides also would be circulated among you. So make sure you make use of it. So the coding challenge, I told you, we complete the GET process. You get the 4 lakh package, and then you start with the training. And once you start with the training, you have the upgradation process also for the 6 lakh package if you are above a particular cutoff. When you come to the 6 lakh package, the first step was actually a coding challenge, a coding question. So in this test, you will have 2 questions. 2 problem statements will be given. Okay? You can choose any language, C++, Java, Python, anything to crack these questions. Right? So read the problem statement first and refer the input output that's given there and understand the question first. Then of course, some basic instructions of what to do would be given. And as I said, choose the easiest programming language. Try to make sure that you give a code which is clear without any compilation errors rather than giving something more complex, Just try to make things simple. Anytime you do, click and test the code that you have given. Okay? At times, there could be never power disruptions will always be there. So make sure you save it once in a while and then test and run the test for any compile errors and make sure you submit something without compilation errors. Some code, some marks could also be given if there isn't any errors as well. Okay? And as again, it's the same way in the first test, you can toggle between the screens. Make sure you first read both the questions, choose the easiest one first, try to submit something and go to the complex one second. Okay? Again, these are the evaluation criteria. Just as I said, take the easiest one. Don't try to waste a lot of time, into something that is more complex and all that. This is about, what you do in the interview. Let it be your HR, technical, or executive council. How you prepare yourself for that. Okay. First of all, know yourself. Right. Any interview. If it's going to be a technical interview, after a particular point, it's going to be technical questions. For HR interview, it's going to be more about your attitude, communication, all that stuff. So here, the executive council interview that we have mentioned in us, which is with one of our leaders, could be more technical functional. It could be technical, it could be managerial, you never know. It's with the leaders, so you never know. Okay. So make sure you're ready for that. So in general, what you should do is first thing, know yourself well. When you go for the interviews, don't try to blabber all around the place, losing the point. Okay? Whatever you are given in your own resume, make sure first you read that. Okay? Initially, the questions are surely going to be from your resume only. What have you done? Where have you studied? What is around you? These questions are surely going to be from your resume, so make sure you know that way. Okay? And yeah, be prepared for anything and reflect on your works and how the attitude and the culture you are going to show, from your perspective is what they are going to assess. Right? Any company or let it be Excel or any company, make sure you research about that company. What business they do, what is the career growth you are going to have, little numbers if possible as well. And I mean numbers like the revenue or the hiring numbers or what they are doing, about the CSR activities, it could be anything, you name it. Okay? Try to do some research on those numbers as well. Right? And yeah, the important thing is the culturally fit. Right? With hexaware, the important thing is Hire for the attitude, train the skills. Okay? If our attitude mainly is something that we see is if you are ready to do continuous learning. Okay? If you are someone who is going to do continuous learning, hexaware is for you. If not, I'm sorry, this is not the place. Right from the CEO level, learning is something that is made mandatory here. Okay? Recently, people are talking about Gen AI, right? Till the CEO level, at a point last year, it was made mandatory that they should complete the Gen AI training, the basic course. Okay? So, learning is something very much necessary here. So, depending on other companies also, there could be something that they want. So, we should be culturally fit for that. And yeah, last and the most important, communication. Right? So, when you make communication, you don't have to talk with any accent. Okay? You can do it in very plain, simple English. Right? All we are looking for is you should say something, we should understand and reply back. And you should make sure we have the conversation with ease. Right? So, the way to deliver for sure comes with practice. Actually, we can't do anything. Okay? But the way of delivering will surely come through practice. Make sure you do that. Okay? Practice a lot with your peer. And the best way to do is talking with your friends. Okay? And of course, watching a lot of series maybe. I don't know. Okay? That also works at times, don't worry. So yeah, so this was the interview preparation. Right? So now the question okay? Now let's see more about the Segway training access. Okay, what it's going to be. The Segway training, as I said, it's a holistic development program, right? Where the training almost goes for 400 hours. It is split into two phases. The foundation phase or the role specific or the competency phase. Okay? The foundation phase consists of soft skills, as I said, presence in soft skills, communication, all that stuff, plus the basics of programming and all. Second phase would be more of intensive technology-based learnings. Right? And again the same thing, attendance is mandatory throughout. A group of 20 people would be with the instructor and every small thing would be noted. Okay? So the instructor, when I mean instructor, it's not going to be any recorded videos or something. The instructor would be there, right from you turning on a camera, turning off a camera, all the smallest things would be noted and an update would be given to your placement team. Right? And it's taken very, very seriously. Right? And attendance is very much mandatory. And evaluation would be done stage-wise and everything. So these are the roles that you would be working on once you clear the Segway program. Some of the roles, maybe I could say, right? And all this completely depends on the requirement of business. Right? But these are the roles to give you an idea. Okay? So I think we almost covered this. What we are looking for is people, the culture, if you are culturally fit, and what is our culture? When I mean culturally fit, you should be someone who is adaptive to nature, and continuous learning should be something that's mandatory. We are looking for. You should be able to do that. Okay, and of course we have a lot of career growth opportunities. But for me, I have been with Segway for the last 4.5 years. I worked with other organizations earlier, but I could surely say, for sure, the learning is very much a lot of importance given to learning here. As I said about Eligibility, they give a lot of importance. A lot of programs are there. You give Udemy access where you need not only learn about certain things. Even if other opportunities, we have other interests also, you can use the Udemy access and learn more things as well. So you should be all I say is you should be ready to do that. Work-life balance, we are putting employee first. Of course, the employee well-being is very important. And the innovation is something. It's not even a discussion. It surely is there. Okay, it is of course there. So all these things are covered here with Segway. All you should be available to do is take the first step of coming in, and of course the next step of being ready to available for continuous learning. Right? So far, any questions? Let it be the training, the assessment, how to prepare anything. Anyway, we'll be sharing these slides to you. The rest of the part Hari would be covering, and we'll have the Q&A session. Just think through, and if you have any questions, it will be made better when we are here itself to ask and we could clarify. Okay? Thank you. Yeah. So usually it is still not decided. This is the first time we are having a GD. Initially we had a communication test which was taken through tool. I'll just talk to you sir as well about that. It was taken by a tool. So as I said, hiring this time is only through the neighborhood is what's important is given so. So we thought, rather than a tool doing it in person, if we could do it, let it be even virtually or physically also, it's going to be still an interaction one-to-one. That would be way much better. Depending on the numbers we might decide it. Okay? So that I think once the aptitude round is over, we have an idea about the numbers and then we will let you know. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Shreya. Thank you. We'll have a Q&A session then. Yeah, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We'll have a Q&A. Great. How many are sleeping? Nobody is sleeping? How is it? Is it informative? You all liked it? Something? You understood something? You learned? Okay. So, see, so far you learned about what hexaware is, right? How your hiring model is going to be. Hexaware and your hiring process. Which means that your pathway to hexaware, correct? Now the rest of the slides is going to be about your life at hexaware. Okay? What you are going to do there. I'm giving you life at hexaware. Before you join MGR, you will be doing those researches, right? You have asked about your senior secretary, relatives. Correct? You have not? Okay. So that is what the next few slides. I will not take much of your time. Okay? We'll make it very fast. Okay? Ready? What's the first slide is all about? Creating smiles at hexaware. Correct? Creating smiles. We create smiles to you. And you create smiles to the customer. Right? Or to the clients. Simple logic. Okay? So we give many experience to the Mavericks. So before we start, Veera was telling Mavericks, the term Mavericks, right? What is Mavericks? Anybody know what is Mavericks? Any idea? Okay, can do wonders. Right? You can Google it. I'll give you 30 seconds. You can Google it. Independent, yes. That's why you are here. Okay, that's why we need you. Correct? So the first experience that we give to Mavericks when they join Hexaware is their onboarding. Onboarding experience, right? Onboarding means the day you join that organization. You take any companies across the globe, okay? So there are many companies, your friends, your seniors, your relatives might be working, right? You just check with them how was your onboarding experience. They'll say it happened for one day. They said what are the do's and don'ts and they finished it. Correct? But here at Hexaware, especially for Mavericks, their induction program means their onboarding will be for 3 days. Right? The onboarding program will be for 3 days. On the first day itself, you will be receiving your ID cards. Okay? On the first day itself, you will be receiving your any companies you take, they'll say, they'll minimum take a week. Till the time they will be roaming here with the visitor pass or with the training card. Have you all seen that? Yes? So, on the day one itself, you will be getting your ID cards along with your access card, which will provide you free lunch from day one itself. Okay, that is only for, even I don't get that. Okay? So, you all will have free lunch. You can take anything, veg, non-veg, right? It can be of North Indian cuisine, South Indian cuisine, right? So, that is, you are so excited, right? Okay, so that is how we do that, right? Okay, so on day one itself, next we completed food, we had ID cards, and what's next? You will be getting your laptops. Okay, you will be receiving your laptops on day one itself. And if possible, if a CEO is in and around India, definitely he will get a chance to meet you also. Right? He will definitely come down to Chennai in case if you are joining in Chennai, he will definitely come here to meet you. No other organization, even there are people who are working for 10 years, 15 years, they have never met the CEO of the organization. Right? In the upcoming slides, I will show you few pics also. Okay? So that is how your onboarding experience will be. Next is Lawlaria. Okay, any idea on Lawlaria? What is Lawlaria? You can Google this also, definitely. Right? Yeah. What is Lawlaria? Yes. Lawlaria means graduation. This is a similar experience that you are getting, right? You will be having your graduation day in your college also. Now you are having one at the campus as well, right? That will be Hexaware. So Hexaware is a graduation before you will ask, right? Once you no, it's not about certification. Once you complete your training, right? 6 months or 3 months of training, we'll honor you with a kind of a graduation day. Okay? We'll provide you with the certificates. We'll honor you. In case if you have done any certifications, we'll give you that. So all these things will happen on the day. Okay, so our leaders will be present there and they will be addressing you. You could see our CEO, CFO there. So she is Neeta Nambiar, she is the CPO of Hexaware, and Mr. Vinod Chandran, he is the CEO of Hexaware. Okay, so these are all some business leaders who are talking to them. Okay? Maverick's accelerator path. This is the most important slide, I'll say. Okay? Most of the HRs or recruiters will ask you, right? Where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years, 10 years, maybe, right? Have you heard about this question? This is the answer to this. Okay? I'll ask you a question. In general, what is the appraisal period in any organization, any of the organization? What is the tenure they will give? 1 year? 1 year, max. But here at Hexaware, exclusively for Mavericks, it is 9 months. Okay, it's 9 months. If you are performing extremely well, in 5 years, you will be seeing yourself as a manager, where you will be heading a projects, where you will be heading a team of 10, 15, 20, right? So it's a huge opportunity for you. Okay, so make sure that you are performing. This is not given to all. Okay, this opportunity is not given to all. So this is planned in such a way, this is aligned in such a way where you will be growing along with Hexaware. Okay, so that is what this slide is all about. Next is Maverick's Monday. You all hear this? Maverick's Monday. We all hate Mondays, right? Yes. Immediate answers. Correct? But here at Hexaware, Maverick's Monday is all about getting the feedbacks. Okay. The campus will call them, right? Mavericks work come to office on Fridays. Monday to Friday they work from office. So we call them on Monday. We'll just get some reviews or feedback from them. How was their last week, or like how was the project going on? We used to take reviews. They used to share. There might be multiple queries they might have, or they might have some issues they face, or there can be some appreciations also, right? So they just want to share with us. That is what the least thing we expect. We don't look for any emails to be sent. That is what it's all about. The Mavericks, right? It's all about getting your views about the project or about your team. Okay? Designathon. Anybody here participated in hackathons? 1, 2, okay. No voice from hackathon? Nobody here. Okay, good. So this is, we call it as Designathon. It's hackathon generally. Okay, this is for Mavericks. Okay, close to 500 plus 600 plus Mavericks participated in this event. This took place in 2023, and we gave a cash prize of somewhere around 5 lakhs we gave for the winning team. Okay, close to 13 winning ideas came out, and out of which one app went live. Okay, so we are using that app for exclusive within Hexaware. We are using that, and in the upcoming slide I'll show you what it is. Okay, so these are some activities that we are doing for like for the Mavericks to keep them motivated. Right, that is what we need. Creating smiles. At the end of the day, that is what we all need, right? So this is the outcome of Maverick Designathon 2023. Can you see the app name? Mentor. So that's the app. So you could see 13 winning ideas were there, and it was actually a 24 hours continuous hackathon. Okay, there were no breaks in between. It was the team was working so hard to achieve that. Okay, and this was a winning app, Mentor. Okay, where our leaders like Vice President,